How's it going, everybody? It's Old Man Crunchy, and we got another matchup for you here today. It's myself versus Jesse. Round 2. I made a video with him a little bit before, and he didn't shoot so hot that time, so he wanted to get another matchup. He wants to get more matchups, because we shoot pretty good against each other. This time we're over at Murray's something darts, street darts, Murray Street Darts. So the tables are a little bit different. Try something a little new. We're playing BCA Rules. He won the coin flip, so it's his break. Alternate break. Call your pocket. Race to 5, I forgot to mention that. We're thought about doing a race to 5 or 7 or, you know, whatever we could fit on camera. Looks like he broke dry. I'm talking to him about his break because I was watching the other video, and every time he broke like that, the balls would end up pretty much where the rack was, and he'd have a pretty high chance of running into something like this. If he makes a ball, he'd have a hard shot on this 12 that I'm shooting for. So I had enough room to bank that 12, but we only got a couple practice shots in, and you know, we're still kind of learning the table, especially since we don't really play here too often. So I missed the stripe. He elected to make stripes. I don't know if I said that right. I shot for stripes, didn't work. Now he's got stripes. Cuts that 9 in pretty good. I guess he's shooting for the 15. Nice shot. So there was a lot of clutter in this rack, and he's just trying to knock out balls to clear away. I'm sure he sees some type of path, but I think the hardest ball that he's got is what looks like the 15 at the from where we broke from, because he's got to make these 3 balls down table, and he needs to come up table and back down table for the 8. So he's trying to decide a shot. Since I'm solids, I do have a little bit of an issue with this 3 and this 1 ball down here. Okay, so he must be trying to shoot that. I think it's the 12 in there. He must not be used to using the bridge, seeing just watching him kind of use it. So he needs to come up a little bit for the 11, or he just needs some type of position. Looks like that 14 goes in the side. So this could be his chance to kind of push up towards that 15 at the top of the table. Rolls a little too far. A little bit of wiggling over by the pocket, so he is totally snookered behind his behind my 5. And he's electing to jump my 5, and he's asking me if he can jump. He's like, "Can we jump over here? Can we jump on these tables?" I'm like, "I don't know, but I wouldn't jump it." And he's like, "Why?" I said, "Because you're gonna miss it." And I started laughing. And then I tell him, "Hey man, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission." That's what I learned anyway. So he's using his brake cue. I think his brake cue is like a 3-piece, so he took apart his brake cue a little, and he's gonna try and jump over this. I don't really believe in jumping. That's not really like an Efren thing. It's just like you want to go above the balls, but you can't even, as amateurs, you can't even navigate the table correctly. You know, I'm the same way. I'm a amateur, and I don't even, if it's like a eighth of a ball, sometimes a quarter of a ball, I might elect to jump it, but I'm going to use the rails. If I can't figure out the rails, why would I think about going three-dimensional with this pool table, you know? Or any pool table. We're amateurs. So I need to get rid of this clutter, and I'm trying to figure out what the best ball to make is. All of those balls go. Nothing's really snookered here. Okay, make the 3. I'm going to shoot for the 6 and kind of draw back just a little bit to get in between the 5 and the 4 to give me the option of shooting either one. If I got better shape on that 4, I would have had an easier time getting to this 5, but the 5 is kind of my biggest worry, so. Okay, so I could just stop shot the 2 here, and that'll give me the option to shoot at the 4 again, or work on that, what looks like the 3. Could be the 7. I think it's the 3. What am I going to do here? Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this 4, just kind of stay in one part of the table, I suppose. Nudge the 1 just a hair because of my stick. I'm trying to shoot these straight shots, and I'm kind of shooting over balls, and sorry, Jess, but just kind of stop shot this. I don't think bringing it back 1 rail was too bad. I told you in the last video that I do like using the rails a little bit more to understand the table dynamics and such, so kind of came a little far. If I hit this too hard, I'm going to scratch, so I need to just give it a light little touch. I'm going to touch the 8, so nothing too crazy. I end up hitting the nipple on the on that corner pocket. So I got my pocket blocked up, but he does have a clear shot on the 10. He's trying to decide how to navigate the table. And this is a pretty smart shot. He's going to take his 10 and stop shot it to leave me behind the 8 while trying to make my 1. And it looked like there could have been some table roll there, or the spin of the ball kind of dragging onto the table, but he got real close to making my 1. And I took a look at the 1, and it looked like it was off the rail a little bit, so I intentionally shot it like that. Hit the rail first to push the 1 in and give me some room on the 8, but I suppose it was a little closer to the rail, so it ended up hitting the rail first and hitting too thin on the ball. That was just a bad shot on my end. Jesse makes the 11, top corner. Good shot. He's got a shot on the 10. He just needs to draw it back. Touch the long rail. And then 8 in the corner. Good shot on the 8. Tough cut there for a lot of people, but he got that one pretty good. Now it's my break. 1-0. Looks like I got a dry break. I've been having a hard time making balls using that break. Even in the last game, I think I broke every time, and I might have made a couple balls in. Well, every time I broke. So Jesse stripes. There's a lot of balls in the way cluttered around this side pocket there, so he just gave me the advantage by nudging my, I think it's the 7. So he's got to get a long shot on this 10. I don't think that 12 went into the side after he kind of nudged my 7 a little. He does have a shot on this 15, I think it is, into the corner, but it's going to be hard for him to get on any of those stripes. That's a tight cut with some of these side pockets, so he wanted it a little farther over, closer to the 1 to have a shot on that 13. So he elects to bank the 9, and he got real close. So now I'm solids. The only shot I really have is that 3 into the corner pocket. So I need to get shaped to, I need to come up table, really. Okay, so I could shoot this 2. That's good position on the 2. And I nudged his 12 out of the way to the side rail. It kind of blocks me a little bit, but it forces him to shoot that ball up table. So I think a better option would have been to just stop shot it and then shoot for the 1, but I'm kind of worried about that 3 and where that 13 is, because if I shoot it now, I'm probably going to hit his, it could be the 13, oh yeah, it's going to hit it, and I'm going to have bad shape on pretty much everything, and I don't want to hit it too hard. So I elected to make that combo, and it worked out, but I came too far under the 13. I could have hit square on, and I would have had room on that 3. So now I'm forced to do something here. The best ball I could see is the 4, so I just want to touch the 4. I don't want to hit it too hard. I can't really make it anywhere. And I came clear around the 4. And Jesse's moving the camera. I don't know why he's moving the camera. I already set up the camera, but he says, get a better camera angle. Like, we already had a good camera angle. Get your own camera, bud. So, I didn't even touch the 4. I went clear around it, but I did kind of block his 9 a little bit. But I did give him ball in hand, so. He's got 2 balls that are kind of just in a bad position. His balls are in a bad position, you know. I don't know what he's trying to do with this. Oh. So he's putting right draw on there so that way he could force the cue ball to spin towards that side of the table. But he was trying to come on the underside of the 13. So he put himself in a bad spot. Getting to that 13 was no easy feat anyway. I'm glad that I left it there, the 3. So he's calling to kick at the 13 and come up to the corner over by the 4. And that's not a bad shot, because if he hit it a little harder, it could have hit that 4 and just went in. So I want to go after that 3, but I don't really want to move his ball, or it's not even going to give me that good of position. That 1's kind of blocking the path, so the best shot I could take here is shooting at that 5. A stop shot would have been good enough, but I wanted to get closer to the 4 or the 5, so I put some draw on there. Kind of a hard draw from that distance. So I put some top right on there, and so that way I could come over for the 3. If I came over a little bit more, I could have had the option for the 3 or the 1. But the 3 seems like the better option, so I have to come 2 rails to shoot it in the same corner, the 1. And I am just trying to get used to these rails. I hit too far. Once I shot the ball, I hit too far to the left of the short rail and tightened up the angle, so that's why I hit the 13. So I called the 1 in the side. Really, I just needed to hit the ball. That's just a hope and pray, but I got to call a pocket, so Jesse's got a clear shot in the top right corner. Or he could cut it into the other corner, but he doesn't want to play a safety here because my 1's in a pretty open spot, so. But he needs to come 3 rails, come down for the 8. Which he tries to do. I don't know how the cue ball came to where it landed, because I feel like it was a spin issue, or maybe it hit the corner in that top right corner pocket. Hit the corner of the top right corner pocket. He did make it though, and he's got a hard shot on the 8. He's calling this bottom right corner closest to us here, and he's on the rail. That's a tough shot there. He had a chance. This cut's a little easier, but it can skid on you getting into the side pocket. I need to come 2 or 3 rails, get on top of the 8. Don't hit it too hard, just slow roll it. Still trying to understand the speed of this table. Alright. 1-1, tie game. I think we're getting the hang of this, so we're both shooting pretty decent. I got my coffee here. So I told him about it, the break, so now he switched it up to the second string ball. Looks like he made something. Let's see what he does here. There's just a lot of clutter everywhere. He's electing to shoot the 5, but he needs to figure out where to go from there. Looks like he does make it, but he hits it a little hard. He bumped off the 3, and the rail carried him back up table. His speed got him as far as he did. So now he's got a hard shot on everything. He's going to shoot for what looks like that 7 over by the 6 into this corner. He can see it, but that 6 makes it an intimidating shot. He does get past it, and he looks out making his 7 in, but that's not the ball that, or the pocket that he was calling it in. So now it's my shot. Now I need to come up table for that 10 because it's blocking the 11 there, and I just did not get there. If I came up table a little bit more, I could have shot the 10 and then the 13 and figured it out from there. So, but these balls are blocked here, and I'm trying to find an angle that I can hit that 9 in or the 10. Come down 3 rails. I wanted to knock that 9 out of the way because it's not going to help me get shape on anything, and I barely nudged that 3, so I'm kind of in a weird spot. Slow roll the 10. Okay, so now I got a shot on the 13. I could probably stop shot the 12 down to the corner close to us, but the left corner. But I need to get it on this 9 because it's the most problematic ball. And it looks like I get there. So where the ball's at is where I need to land this ball, or I need to get on closer to the other long rail so that way I could shoot the 11 in. So I need to basically touch that third rail. And just came up a little too far. Very touchy shot. I've barely got room for this 12 to go into that top corner. This is what I was trying to avoid. I think I don't really have a whole lot of options for safeties. I think that was the best I can do. Especially putting him where I did. All he's got is a shot on the 6. Maybe he could cut that 3 in down corner or combo this 4 in, but he does need to somehow break out this 1 because it's blocking the 8. Looks like he's shooting for the bottom left corner. Oh, he's just playing it safe on me. Okay, I just need to touch a ball. I only have room to hit 1, maybe 2 rails to make that. I think I said it was the 15 at the top, closest to the top right corner. So I'm looking at where I can and maybe I should hit, because like I said, I do want to at least touch it, but I am calling that ball into the top corner. So where I pointed is about where I need to hit. I just hit straight top, and the angle kind of widened. Give him ball in hand. I wonder if Jesse would have jumped that ball. Would he have jumped that, or would he have actually tried to use the rail? Who knows? Ask somebody who jumps. What would they do? Good shot. He got a little bit of clutter out of the way. He's looking for a way to probably knock out this 1. I don't think he thought through that shot very much. He does have room to make it up table. So he just needs to come over. But he comes up table for some reason. I don't know why he did that. I don't think the 4 goes. I think he can only shoot it into the bottom right corner. But he's electing to play it safe here to just bump out the 8 and give me bad position. It would have been a good shot. All he really needed to do, he hit it at the right speed, but he thinned the 4 too much. And then it ended up hitting the 1. Had he hit the 8, I think he would have stuck me pretty good. But I got a shot on that top left ball. But I need to come up and back down table, and then back up. It didn't come up enough. That's one of those shots where if you hit it to center, it'll probably go one of 2 directions. Depends on how far away the moment of contact is from the rail. You do want to put top on it, but just one of those shots that I need to work on. So I pointed at where on the rail I need to hit. I need to give this spin and come back down to the bottom side of the 8, but I hit too far down on the long rail on the left side, and so I hit farther center on the short rail. I was trying to come that way. I would have had an easier shot in the 8, so I'm electing to bank it into the side. It's got enough room for me to finagle it in there. Hit it good, avoided the scratch, and it was best to put him up table so he has a harder shot. But I missed it by a hair. So he's forced to either cut the 4 in or play a combo or maybe do a safe. I don't think he should do a safe because that 8-ball's middle table and he doesn't have a whole lot of options. He shoots the combo pretty good. He definitely got better since the last time we played, because the last game, if you watch it, he really had a hard time making combos, and he would have had a better chance of being on the scoreboard that last match. So he's got a tough cut on here, and he's kind of joking around about making a hero shot, and I was telling him, no, this isn't a hero shot. If there are more balls on the table and you're coming up for something like this and trying to make position on something else, I'd say, all right, let's see what happens. Good attempt on the bank. I don't know what he could have. I mean, he got good position on the 8, so maybe he just needed to put more spin on the cue ball to widen the angle. So pretty much gave me that game at the last couple balls. So I'm electing to hit the second head string. I usually make a ball doing this. Everybody usually does, but they never end up center table like this. I just made 2 or 3 balls, and I can make this combo or whatever. It gives me so many more options. A lot of times when you see people break like that, they'll end up at the bottom of the table and all the balls are up table and they got one shot, and there's a lot of clusters of balls, just like over by the 8 over there. If you hit it square on, I feel like the balls open up a little bit better. So I elected to play stripes. I was trying to go around the 4 instead of hitting it. I did tie it up a little, but it's just going to be harder for me to get to that 14. So that's my next goal. And I hit it just a hair too hard. If it was up table, like not even an inch, I would have had a better shot on making this 14 into the corner. But it's hiding me just enough, and I'm just in a bad spot here. He could make this what looks like the 7 closest to the side pocket using the 4, so I'm trying to avoid this. So I'm calling the bank. I see an angle to make the bank, and I think the cue ball hopped up, and I kind of tightened up that angle because it seemed to come straight across, straight across the table. So he's calling the 7. You can see that he's trying to make it off the 4. Breaks him up a little bit, so he's got about 2 options for that 4. It doesn't look like he can make this 3, but it seems like a straight in shot. I was sitting on the other side of the table and I could see it, and it didn't look like it went in, but apparently it did. Doesn't really have too many problems here. Just focus on the shot. I think he's making the 6 on the side. Okay, that's a good shot. He put a lot of draw on there. I think he was probably trying to go for the 4 or the 5, but he did get good position on this 1, so there's not really a problem here. Drew it back slightly. Now he has the option to shoot either the 5 or the 4, and I think he's electing to shoot the 4 because it's most problematic. stop shot it or draw it back. Probably draw it back. Yep. Nice placement. Fairly easy shot on the 5. He needs to avoid the 11. Come up 2 rails for the 8. He could have hit that a little better, but there's no problem with this ball for him. He just needs to touch the top rail, which he does. And so that's his. That was a table run right there. He kept telling me, "Oh, I think I got that table run." And I was like, "I don't know. I shot at least once, and I didn't remember who broke, but that was a solid table run." He navigated through those balls really well. Looks like Jesse's breaking at the second string ball again. See, that time he tried to, but he ended up hitting it way too hard, and he hit the head string. But you see what I mean? When you break it from that angle, you just get so many clumps. Yeah, you can navigate this stuff, but all you're doing is making your life harder. Or if you miss it, you're making the other guy's life harder, which isn't really a problem, I suppose. So here I want to make the 11. I need to put some left spin on there to force the 14 out and kind of control where it stays, the cue ball. So I'm looking at this 9 because I want to hit this, what looks like the 15, into the bottom right corner. I can see it passes 5, there's room, but I need to hit it real light. And I definitely hit it real light, but it came way too far up by 3 inches, I suppose. Because now I don't have a shot. That was the only shot that I really wanted to make. I think a better option that I could have done is, or could do is, hit the 14 towards the side. But what I'm trying to do is hit the 9 off the rail and hit the bottom side of his 5 to put his 5 up table and keep me down table, but I didn't hit that right at all. I think I put top on it. I could have hit the ball, what was that, the 12 or the 10 or something, a little more square, and put top on it, or hit it the same and put some right spin on there, but it looked like the angle was going to push it over. So I gave him ball in hand. This is a pretty easy run out for him. He came a little too far because he widened the angle on the 4. Had he just hit that square, he would have had better shape on the to make the 4 and get on the 5. So he came up a little funky here. That was a harder shot to control. All he's got really is the 5. Shoot it up table, but he can't really control that. So he's going to bank the 3. He could come down for the 5. He would have had bad shape anyway. It's a legal hit though, and he left me down table. I don't like this shot because if you hit it too hard, you run the chance of missing it. If you give it top, you run the chance of scratching it. So I have to jack up a little bit and shoot this ball. And I was pretty close, hitting where I wanted to hit on the ball, but I end up cluttering things a little bit worse. So he's going to make this 2 down table and make shape on the 5. I don't know why he hit that as hard as he did, but he's got good placement to make the 5 and bump out the 9 or the 3 for better shape. He nudged it out. He's jacking up on this ball. Sometimes I don't think he trusts his shot, so he's trying to really thin it and come back up. And he ends up jumping clear over the ball and then ended up scratching. He could have jacked it up a little bit, but when you're at that angle where your stick is, at that angle heading down, yeah, you're just asking to jump over things. You got to keep that cue parallel. All right, Jesse, you could get away from the table now. I'm trying to shoot. I'm prepped to shoot and everything, and you're, you know, just push the 9 up. See? I mean, you could explain the shot, sure, but I'm clearly at the table trying to look at where I'm shooting, so hard to focus when sticks are touching the table and I'm trying to... I'm giving you crap, Jesse, but, you know, quit moving the camera and get out of the way. So I end up missing the shot. If I pushed the cue ball a little bit farther up, I would have had a better shot on the 10. So now he's got a shot on the 3. Good shot. He nudged the 14. He would have had better, probably better placement if he didn't touch it, but he's going to call the 8 into the corner. He misses it. I don't know why he hit it so hard. There's a big chance that it's going to skid if you hit it too hard. And, I mean, the ball went straight into the side pocket. So if he slow rolled it or put some... If he slow rolled it, he probably could have made it, but still might have scratched. So he should have put bottom on it and probably widened the angle that the cue ball contacts the 8 at and avoided the scratch. I didn't like where that 15 was, so just stop shot into the side. I don't like those shots. They're kind of intimidating. This one I just need to draw back. I'm trying to get used to the speed of this damn table, because I didn't think I hit it that hard, and I didn't think I put that much bottom on there, but it did kind of... the spin did take the table pretty well. I didn't want to hit the ball too hard for the same reason Jesse shot at the 8 earlier, so I'm kind of taking my medicine here and having a tough cut on that 8, and I thinned it. Nice shot. Nice out. Jesse's point, 3-2. It's my break. See that? Lots of clutter. That's what happens when you break on... It's easy to make a ball doing that. I mean, I've seen... you know, pros doing it on a bar box 7.5 by 3, 2, is 3 1/4, whatever. But it just clutters up. There's not enough space. Okay, so I'm electing for stripes. Jesse's got a lot of clutter as solids, and I do have a shot on the 10 to not now, but to make the 11 in. The 11 goes. Missed that damn 13. Wish I could see a little bit better. Oh, I accidentally stuck him behind the 8. So now he's got a real hard shot. Yeah, I would have had... it looks like I would have had shape on that 15 up up to the corner, and then I could have navigated towards the 10, but so he's kicking. Nice hit. He did create a little bit bigger of a problem, but he does have the advantage because his 4 is sort of blocking the corner, and my ability to make that a 11, so I have to shoot this 15. I try to draw it back to knock his balls. I should have put more bottom on there, but I was jacked up over the balls a little bit, the 6 and the 3 and the 9, so I didn't want to hop the ball very much or have the potential to skid, so I miscue. I just got to deal with this crap now. So I'm going to try and play it safe, just touch the 15 and make sure that I'm on the other side of his 2. So he can't make the 2. I think the only ball he can make is actually the 5. I think the 5 actually goes in. It's just an intimidating shot. I think what Jesse could do is do sort of the same thing and thin his 2 closer to the corner pocket and shoot or knock his 6 and the 7 up table. But he's electing to make this corner worse. I'm going to pause it to let the dog in. Alright, I'm back. You probably wouldn't have even noticed, but I had to let the dog in and everything. She's a husky and she deserves to be outside. But for some reason she wants to come inside into the heat, just that way she'd get too hot and then want to go back outside where it's cold. Okay, so he spread his balls apart and he has the advantage because the 4 may go into the 5, but it is blocking my 11. He did have some shape for that 4. He didn't make it though. All I've really got is what looks like that 10 into the side. I could do something with that 11 maybe. I think I'm just trying to play. Oh, I'm trying to play it safe to tuck him on the long rail behind the 5 and the 4. And how it made contact should, because I'm worried about putting spin on there because it'll give it a little bit more momentum as it hits the rail, and I don't want to disturb his balls. So that's just a touchy shot there. He misses the 3. See, it's hard for me to play some people because they this is why APA is really hard, because people will shoot like that, like lower ranks, and they'll try and make that ball and they don't think about where the ball's going to go. So like if he made it, what was he going to do? So I elected to kick at the ball. It was a good hit and I made his ball in. He does have the ability to make this 2. Maybe he did that on purpose. I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point of the game because he sees how I'm shooting and I see how he's shooting, and at this time it doesn't really make sense. It probably made more sense when we were shooting. So I got a tough shot here. I do just want to roll this ball up, play another safety, just touch the 13 on the left side of the 13, which I did like that, but I hit it way too hard. Now he's got a shot on the 6 or the 1. He's shooting for the 1. See, what's he going to do? He should come over and bump out the 2. He wanted to get closer to the rail, I guess, to shoot the either the 6 in the corner or have a better shot on the, I think it's the 3 into the side, on the opposite side. Is he playing a safe? Yeah, he's playing a safe. There you go, just make that pocket a little worse. He is playing defense, I'll give him that. I just got to touch the 9. I don't have a shot, so I need to come 3 rails, and I just want to hit it enough to hit the bottom part of the side pocket, like the rail, having the cue ball actually hit the rail. But it was a good hit, except for the fact that nothing hit a rail, so it's ball in hand. Good shot. Good placement for the, I think it's the 7 or the 6. He probably wants to shoot the 6 to come up for the... See, he should have just drawn that, or hit it a little harder with center ball to come up table, to hit that 7 into the side and have the cue come back down table. That way he can try and knock my 11, or I think it's the 11 or 15 into it. So now he's gonna kick out his ball, maybe make mine in or play a safe. Okay, it's a good hit. Something hit a rail. He exposed the 11 a little bit. All I've got is the either the 10 in the side or the corner. Looks like I elected the side. Good placement for the 9. I don't want to shoot the 9 and then the 11, because the 11's gonna, or 15, is gonna put me in a weird spot since his 2's right there. So I shot it first, and I'm still trying to understand this table and its speed, so I'm gonna put as much right on this ball as I can, because it's gonna want to fly towards the corner, but I need to put some speed so it hits the rail and then stays down table. It comes down table and stays down table. But if you look back into the video a little bit, it does do something kind of weird on the table, and that's how much time it took for the ball to grab onto the felt. I did call that pocket. I don't know if I pointed at it on camera or anything, but Jesse knows. So I was joking with him about, I said, you know who taught me that shot? And my team captain on my Monday APA team was actually at the table next to us, and I said, that guy, Joe. And so Jesse wanted to, he sort of called me out by redoing the shot in between the racking, which I cut out, and he made the same shot first try. So since you're messing with the camera and putting your stick on the table while I'm trying to shoot, I cut it out, and there's no proof of that. Take that, Jesse. That's what you get. So all I got are stripes. I did want to come 3 rails over because it's just, you know, your stroke just makes it easier. That's the speed of my stroke. I should be playing on like 9-footers, but I'm having a hard time adjusting. But gives me an easier shot on this. I think it's 11. Clearly I'm tied up. Like the 4 does go in the corner, but it's really hard to get shape for that. So the 12. So the 12 and the 10 both go in either side. I'm electing to shoot the 12 into the side. It was a good hit, but it hit that corner, and I just do not like side pockets. Just a fear I'm trying to get over. So I'm trying to make that 11, hit one rail, and sort of come here in between the 10 and the 13 somehow. I found the path, and I would have had a shot on that 13, but it just rolled a couple inches too far after, 1, 2, basically 3 rails. So just minor placement issues. So I'm going to kick at this ball and try and put the cue ball up table more. I didn't want to disturb his 4, but I did it anyway, and I end up making his 5. I don't have too much of a problem with making his 5. It's just putting him in a position where he has a harder time navigating towards his balls here, down table. I don't like touching other people's balls. That last game, that's all Jesse did. He just messed up my whole my whole route, pretty much every shot. I think the bartender's over here asking if we want some drinks or something. I don't know. So Jesse's gonna shoot the 2 either in the side or in the corner. He makes it in the side. Not too good of a shot, placement, but he's electing to make this combo. He did a good job. Should be an easy run out from here. Make 3, and then probably the 1 or the 4, and then get the other one out of the way make way for the 5. Maybe he wants to go for... Okay. I don't know what he was thinking there. He clearly wanted to go for the 5, but this has been my issue as far as placement with the game. Like, he could have shot for the 4, just drew it back a little bit, the 1, and then shot the 4 2 rails to come back up for the 5, but he wants to come up and back down and up and back down. I wanted to avoid the 4 there and simply hit the, go for 2 rails and have a better shape on the 1. So I'm going to hit it nice and light to make it in the side and bump out the 8, the 10. And see, I'm trying to understand the speed of the table. There's my really aggressively quiet ball slam. I was frustrated with that because I thought I hit it really light, and it seemed like the ball just kept going. Looking at it, I did need to hit it softer. It seemed like it rolled fine. It didn't seem like it at the time, but looking back at it now, I just needed to hit it a little lighter. I would have had good shape on the 8. Good shot, good shot. Just touch that head rail. You could put it forward, stop shot it, come down. The 8's pretty much right there, so can't really miss it. There you go, 2 rails. Good job. Jesse wins the game. I mean, it's supposed to be a race to 5, but there was a portion of during the recording process where it didn't totally save. it got corrupted because the camera died, so I need to bring a charger. But we played a handful of games in between. Like, the battery died in between the match, so we got a couple racks in. And overall, he did end up winning 5-3. But with all of the racks that we ended up playing, it was 9-7. Jesse was shooting pretty good later once the camera died, and so was I. I think we just needed a little bit more time at the table. But it was a good, solid game. Good shooting, Jesse. Stay off my table while I'm shooting, and don't move the camera. But I'll see you around, Jesse, and I'll see all you other guys around later. Peace.